So now Trump is telling the American people that the grocery prices have come way down. Have they? And if they have, where do you live? Because we live in Charlotte and they have not come down at all. If anything, they've gone up. So
Trump has claimed that grocery and gas prices are decreasing, asserting that there is virtually no inflation, and urging the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. However, many Americans dispute this assertion, pointing to rising costs in their daily expenses. Recent data indicates that while some energy prices have dropped, food prices have risen by 3% compared to last year. Additionally, overall inflation remains above the Federal Reserve's 2% target, with core inflation at 2.8%. These figures suggest that consumers are still experiencing significant price increases, contradicting claims of decreasing costs. Public sentiment reflects this disconnect. An APNORC poll found that more than 3 in 5 Americans are slightly or not at all confident that President Trump will lower the cost of food, housing, or health care in 2025. Even among Republicans, less than half have high confidence in his ability to reduce costs in these areas. Economists also express skepticism about the effectiveness of the administration's policies. Many believe that proposed measures, such as imposing tariffs on imported foods and deporting undocumented workers, could actually lead to higher food prices. These policies may disrupt supply chains and increase production costs, further burdening consumers. While the administration asserts that prices are declining, data and public opinion suggest that many Americans continue to face rising costs in essential areas like groceries and gas.
See, I told you, Democrats. Donald Trump just said that he got the grocery prices down across all the United States by
Really?
80%.
The prices
He said he
went
did
down
that.
80%? That's amazing. What stores? Because I just went to the store. The eggs are still $8. Milk is still $5. Where are the prices going down 80%?
Oh,
'Cause
what
that's amazing.
stores?
Where's the store?
I don't really know any stores specifically. No one near me actually either. But he did say they're going
But if
down
I don't know
80%.
the store, how do I take advantage of the low prices?
Well, yeah, and that is tricky. But I mean, Trump did, he said I pulled the switch and I brought prices down to 80% like I promised, and now they're cheap. But I mean, I don't know where they are either. But he said, Trump said. I mean,
if you're not seeing the prices going down, how will the prices actually? Just because he's saying the prices went down 80%. Doesn't actually mean the prices went. You have to actually see the prices going down when you go shopping. You do.
That's ideally yes, but what I like to do is I just pretend that the prices went down. I pretend that it's not as expensive.
That means the prices didn't go down. If you're just pretending they didn't go.
While President Trump confidently insists that the economy is cooling off and prices are coming down fast, many Americans say they're feeling just the opposite: higher grocery bills, rising rent, and stubbornly expensive gas. On the campaign trail and in recent interviews, Trump has doubled down on the narrative that inflation is under control and the economy is rebounding under his leadership. But when it comes to the checkout lines at grocery stores or the pump at gas stations, a large portion of the public isn't buying it, literally or figuratively. In fact, many Americans are reporting that basic staples, milk, eggs, meat, bread, and produce, are still creeping upward in price, with packaged goods and snacks hitting all-time highs. And while gas prices dipped slightly earlier in the year, recent surges in oil prices have pushed fuel costs back up, especially in cities and rural areas alike. Even conservative voters have expressed skepticism. Social media is flooded with posts of receipt photos, gas pump totals, and sarcastic remarks about Trump's low prices being nowhere in sight. One post that went viral showed a $45 receipt for just 5 grocery items with the caption, "If this is what winning looks like, I'd hate to see losing." Economists explain that while certain inflation indicators, like used cars or some durable goods, may have stabilized, core expenses tied to everyday living are still rising, especially food and housing. And new tariffs on imports could only worsen the situation, making goods more expensive across the board. Ironically, some of Trump's own policies may be fueling the very inflation he says is fading. Proposed tariffs on imports, particularly from China and Mexico, are expected to raise the cost of electronics, household items, and even some food categories that rely on international supply chains. Additionally, tough immigration policies could disrupt the labor force in agriculture and manufacturing, leading to higher production and distribution costs, which ultimately trickle down to the consumer. Meanwhile, public trust is eroding. A recent APNORC poll revealed that over 60% of Americans lack confidence that Trump will actually lower the cost of groceries, housing, or healthcare, three of the most pressing financial pain points for working families. Even within his base, that confidence is lukewarm, with many saying they want to wait and see before believing the hype. In kitchens across America, the sentiment is clear. If prices are going down, no one told the supermarkets.
Genuine question for those that voted for lower grocery prices. What saith you? That's my question. What saith you? I haven't read the entire Time magazine interview, but he said that it's going to be hard to bring down the price of groceries because once they're high, it's hard to make them lower again. What did you vote for? What did you vote for?
So there's a guy on here now saying that we're being overcharged for food. He knows that we're being overcharged for food because he sees all the pricing. And he delivers the food to all the grocery stores that we go and buy food from every day. He says that if we come together as people, we can get it cheaper and more affordable. But what's crazy to me is I can understand handbags and all this other stuff, t-shirts, clothes, all this other stuff that's coming out that's overpriced. But overpricing your country's people for food is crazy. What also doesn't make sense to me, though, too, is the farmers are already struggling. So where's the money been going? Farmers are struggling. The consumers are struggling. So who is making the money? But yeah, he says that you have to come together and I guess call yourself a grocery store. And if you do so, then you can get food priced at a better price. However you want to say that. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I would come on here and let y'all know that we're also getting screwed on that end, too.
They've already seen it get much better. The price of groceries are substantially down.
No, they're not. Are you kidding me? If you would drag your Cheeto Puff-looking face to a grocery store, you'd see prices are through the roof. I'm over here clipping coupons like it's my second job just to bring prices down. But I do give you credit. You do produce something more than any other president has, which is super affordable. Bullshit sandwiches. And these people are eating them up.
Trump just said many states have gas at $1.98 a gallon. What fucking planet is he living on? Does he think if he says it over and over and over again, it'll either happen or people will just believe him, even though we all go and pump our own gas? You guys were worried about Biden? Wait till this guy gets to the end of his term.
Trump went to that podium and pretty much said it's going to be very, very hard to lower grocery prices. It's going to be very hard to lower the prices of groceries. I just can't do it. Why are y'all shocked? Why are y'all shocked by that? That man has only been in a grocery store one time. And that was for his campaign. He literally did it for his campaign. They literally made a fake McDonald's so that way he can make it seem like he was actually working for the McDonald's. Why did y'all think? Y'all literally got on this stuff talk about, at least I'll be able to afford gas and groceries again. Now that he said that, what are you doing now?
We voted for Trump because he promised while he was campaigning like a million times that when he got into office, he was going to bring down prices, bring down grocery prices. The inflation has been high ever since COVID, and he promised he would bring that down. But it's obvious to me now that that was not true. Egg prices have skyrocketed. The bird flu is killing all the birds, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. He's stopping disease communications from the disease centers in America, pulled us out of the WHO. Like, how does that help anything? And yeah, all he's been doing is taking away rights and freedoms, or trying to. He's not doing anything about the economy. So yeah, we totally regret our vote at this point. We've had a really tough time here in North Carolina. Half of my house got washed away in Hurricane Helene, and I applied for FEMA assistance and we got approved. But now Trump is canceling FEMA and emergency assistance to people. He's also canceled Medicaid.
So, Trump says your groceries are cheaper and your gas tank's full for less, but your wallet's out here begging to differ. Eggs are basically luxury items. Bread's flirting with $5 and gas? It's still playing hard to get. If this is what prices going down looks like, somebody please check the receipt. For more truth bombs, economic drama, and political popcorn, hit like, subscribe, and smash that bell harder than your budget smashed your weekend plans. This is Orbit Point, where the headlines get roasted and reality always gets the last word. Stay sharp, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.